So stay tuned to the channel because I intend to make a bunch more videos like this detailing what they told us versus what we received. Now, this is not knocking 2K, this is taking their words and putting them on Front Street now that we have the experience with NBA 2K21 on next. When the developer, the head developer, put emphasis and made a bullet note on his courtside report saying that bigs are going to move like bigs and guards are going to move like guards. Why do we have a 6'7" and a 6'8" who's moving like bigs and guards at the same time? Help me understand that, 2K. Help me understand why we don't receive exactly what you say we was going to receive. Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know I'm AllCity with AllCityLiveTV.com, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be diving into these courtside reports yet again to help you guys make a more informed decision, an educated decision on whether or not you should be purchasing NBA 2K22 or even pre-ordering the game when it's released. I just want to make a quick note that I think, at least in my opinion, if you see another bundled package, and I keep in mind also I doubt they're going to use Kobe's name this year to kind of market the product that they're delivering for NBA 2K22. But just keep in mind that if you receive another bundled package for a current gen version and next gen version of NBA 2K22, that may be an indicator that you're going to get very much the same. That may not absolutely be the case, but it may be an indicator that we're going to have a very similar experience to NBA 2K21 on next gen and current gen. One of the first things that I wanted to tackle with this courtside report, again, this to help you guys understand what they actually told us prior to the release of next gen versus what we received in next gen NBA 2K21. And the developers may have every intention to get what they're saying here right, but the follow through, the execution of what they're saying versus what we receive is just not there, in my opinion, my humble opinion. You guys let me know if you feel the same, if you feel differently. Also, let me know in the comment section below. It says here next gen movement, and this is another huge problem that I have with NBA 2K21 on next gen, the actual movement. Although it seems a lot more fluid than the years prior, it doesn't make it right. There's less sliding indeed. We're gonna just dive right into this paragraph right here and then talk some more about it afterwards. There's nothing more exciting for a developer than the arrival of new consoles. Every new generation gives us the opportunity to step back and reimagine how we can push the sports game genre forward. If I had to pick one aspect of the gameplay that's probably benefited the most from the jump to next gen, the answer would probably have to be on-court locomotion. Movement is foundation for a solid basketball game. They get that the movement is actually the foundation for a good basketball game. So why have they had so much trouble with the movement? I know it's not an easy task, and I can't even begin to imagine what it takes to be a developer of a basketball game, but man, the movement in the game has been such a huge problem, and it goes from one end of the spectrum to the other, and it seems like we just hopped over. We didn't get in the middle. It seems like we went from sliding to just stuck in the mud. And I'm going to continue with this. When that foundation isn't solid, a lot of aspects of the game fall apart. When the movement of a basketball game is not solid, then the game falls apart. And I think that's been my experience for NBA 2K21 on next gen. It says here, we put a lot of resources toward improving locomotion with and without the ball, and I'm excited how far it's come to kick off year one of next generation 2K hoops. Seems like the developers are just playing against the AIs. At least that's what I was reading in the courtside reports from Mike Wang. He says he starts like a My Career game and he can't help but play the whole entire game all the way through. And it's understandable that they're making these huge mistakes by playing against only the AIs. Is when you actually get into like real player, multiplayer type of games that you start noticing these things just falling apart. Everything that they wanted or their intention was to implement into NBA 2K21 on next gen has been falling apart. apart. Aside from all the glitchy stuff, like unable to have things playing on the screen because the game will get so choppy that it's unplayable. Aside from those things, or the error codes, or the blue screens, or events not starting, or events not giving the rewards that they're supposed to give you, which was the incentive to get you onto the event in the first place, it's just a total mess. But the movement in itself is really what I wanted to get into, because just that core fundamental of gaming, like Mike Wang mentioned right here, when that foundation is not solid, a lot of the aspects of the game just completely fall apart. And that's been my experience playing NBA 2K21. When someone's dribbling right in front of you and they actually mention that you'll be able to take procedural steps to like play better defense. That foot planning technology was supposed to allow you the opportunity to play better defense out there. Instead, it's the exact opposite. The whole thing has been flipped and turned on its head, because that's not actually what's happening. What's happening is someone goes into a speed boost animation and the defender is stuck in the mud. Let me know if that's been your experience out there. That's been my experience. It says here, left stick taps allow you to play quick steps, which are really helpful when you need to make subtle adjustments to your defense. And I'm reading right here. I'm going to read it off again. This is what I'm reading right here. Left stick taps allow you to play quick steps. And you guys know that I even was taking full advantage of quick first step badge up at a high level, gold or Hall of Fame. I was taking full advantage of that to get a speed boost, and just the defense is at my mercy because they're unable to keep up. And we're talking about a 6'8" playmaking 3-level scorer. And that it says here, updated player size detection logic and greater emphasis on player differentiation. Bigs move like bigs and guards move like guards. This includes a lot of new animation content to support signature motion styles. Now it says bigs move like bigs and guards move like guards, but it doesn't seem to be the case in our experience. Now this was a huge statement when it was dropped. Keep that in mind, that this was gigantic. I know I made content on this when this Courtside report was actually released, where it said bigs will move like bigs and guards will move like guards. You were thinking, man, you was gonna notice a huge speed difference. Why is it that we have the 6'7" and 6'8" power forward moving like a guard and a big at the same time? When the head developer put emphasis and made a bullet note on his Courtside report saying that bigs are going to move like bigs and guards are going to move like guards, why do we have a 6'7" and a 6'8" who's moving like bigs and guards at the same time? Help me understand that, 2K. Help me understand why we don't receive exactly what you say we was going to receive. We actually get the game, and it's quite a different experience altogether from what you told us we were going to get initially before the purchase. So before you guys go out there and pre-order 2K22, especially if you base it off of these Courtside reports, my recommendation is that you just sit and wait. If you guys out there so happen to get the game because you have funds to kind of just disperse on a game that may not meet your expectations, I understand that. But if you're limited on your funds and you're thinking you may not want to waste some money on a game that doesn't meet your expectations, I say just wait. I'm personally going to get the game, especially so I can relay whatever information I get about the game to you guys and help you guys make a better and more informed decision on purchasing the game. I'm always looking at the game from an analytical standpoint, whether I'm creating if it's a great game, then I'm gonna go on creating badge videos, finding tips and tricks on how to play the game. It would be great for me as a content creator for the game to be absolutely amazing. I'm not here to just knock 2K. I personally want a great game from 2K. This will only help me as a content creator. I would love to have a great game and just get really in depth with the game. But unfortunately, that wasn't my experience for NBA 2K21 on next gen, and I highly doubt that it's going to be my experience for NBA 2K22 on next gen. So stay tuned to the channel, because I intend to make a bunch more videos like this detailing what they told us versus what we received. Now, this is not knocking 2K 2K did is taking their words and putting them on Front Street now that we have the experience with NBA 2K21 on next gen. You told us that we were gonna have a next gen experience, very similar to the comment that they said right here at the top. I'm excited how far it's come to kick off year one of the next generation of 2K hoops. It also says here today we're gonna dive into some tech that we were able to create to make NBA 2K21 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox truly feel like a next generation experience. I'm not tripping here, y'all. One of the phrases that I've said often since receiving NBA 2K21 on next gen was that this does not, absolutely does not feel like a next generation experience. It didn't wow me. My expectations were high because of these Courtside reports. They not only did not meet those expectations, but I received an extremely mediocre product from 2K. The effort was not there, at least the effort that they told us they were giving us in these Courtside reports. So stay tuned for more videos on these Courtside reports, again, to help you guys make a more informed decision on purchasing NBA 2K22. I hope you guys found this video helpful and or informative, and if you did, please consider dropping a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as we intend to have a ton of next gen content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.